What's up, party people? The name Mizzy should ring a bell. He's the degenerate live streamer who stole an old lady's dog for content.
Hello.
Hi.
You got a nice dog?
Sorry?
You got a nice dog?
She's lovely, she's family's dog. Don't run away.
Gang, hold on the gang. We're outside! We're outside! We're outside!
He did later return the dog to the woman, thankfully, but a lot of his other behavior led to people absolutely hating him. He walked into a random person's house pretending to look for a study group, to which their response was,
"Can you please leave my house?"
But as time passed, he really needed to up the intensity of whatever he was doing to get more and more attention from his absolutely insane audience, which ended in him breaking into the control room of a train for clout. All of this behavior eventually landed him on popular British TV show Piers Morgan, where he was interviewed.
What has been motivating you to terrorize the people around where you live? Why do it?
I wouldn't really call it terrorizing, I would just call it more having fun. But let's get this out of the way first. I apologize. You see this situation that blew up on the internet, the walking into random houses? The next day, I apologized to the woman because I felt bad, innit? Like, deeper than social media, like, it went deeper than social media, that's why I didn't record it. She recorded me apologizing to her. I told her sorry and she explained that she was terrified because her children were in the house.
Well, thank God he apologized for breaking into a random person's house. That just makes it all better. I like that he starts off like he leads the answer saying he apologized as if that means everybody's gonna forgive him. Obviously, the boomer audience watching this show who already hates TikTok is not gonna be on your side, bro. I mean, the top comment on this video is, "I don't think I've ever wanted to
slap the poo
out of someone I've never met so badly in my life." Not the most likable showing. Not that I blame anyone for feeling that way. To an extent, I understand doing anything for content, okay? And the social pressures behind having a live audience who want you to do crazier and crazier things. It's a real phenomenon that can happen. But there comes a point when your own actions are your own, and you can't blame anyone else for your own decisions. There's no particular joke here even. Like, I would be more sympathetic, honestly, if it was just funny, because ultimately, I think, you know, the morality compass that I've developed over time is it wrong? Is it funny? And if it's wrong and not funny, then you lose. But if it's funny and wrong, you might still win if it's really funny. I'm sorry. Like, it's possible. Like, if you're that funny, I may decide that whatever ill you're doing is like, you know what? I don't really care that you know, destroyed a Walmart. It was hilarious while you did it. But this guy is just not, he's not funny at all. There's no particular joke here even. It's just a guy being a menace to society and doing random with no punchline. And as soon as Piers tried to explain the whole stealing an old lady's dog situation to viewers, Mizzy just starts interrupting him, not letting him go, and trying to basically trample over his words so he can talk instead.
You then terrorize this poor elderly woman and take her dog away and traumatize her.
For the story about that,
hang on.
Let me speak. Yeah, because no. Let me speak. No.
I'm going to tell you.
Let me talk about that situation.
No, for the viewers who wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
For the viewers who don't know what you've done,
hold up.
I'm going to tell them.
Up,
so you hold on.
Right now.
Bro, this is not your show. Piers has to explain to the audience what the you did so they know what's going on. The sense of entitlement from this kid is off the charts. It's obvious why nobody wanted him around. And when Piers tried to explain that Mizzy was walking up to random strangers asking them if they wanted to die, which he did do.
Where going, fam? It's you with the glasses. Yo, yeah, do the die.
What? I need to listen.
Oh, no, it's not. Basically, man, saw you from over there, yeah? Take a seat. Take a seat, bro.
Take a seat.
Alright, can you take a seat? Get a dye. Look, dye. It's hair dye, bro. It's just hair dye. It's just hair dye, bro.
He doesn't even want to let Piers get a word in because he's scared of how it looks.
You go up to women in the street and say, "Do you want to die?"
It wasn't a woman, it was a man. And she even
There were also women that you did this to.
There was a woman there, but I only say it to the man.
Right. You shouldn't be saying it to anybody.
Fair enough, but
why?
And people will paint this dude as some kind of content genius who's willing to do anything. But it's obviously not that hard to go viral if you just act in public. Like, literally anyone can do it. It's the laziest content possible. It's much harder to construct a video of substance with a real premise that has like a, you know, beginning, middle, and end. There's actually like some kind of point to it than it is to run around in the street acting like a freak and then going viral. Like, it's obviously easy if you just act people are gonna pay attention to you, but not for the right reasons. And what Mizzy wanted to do here is make people fear for their life for content.
Why cause so much alarm and distress to so many people? Do you get your kicks out of doing that?
Not necessarily, but you could say that this whole public outroar just makes me laugh because people are getting hurt over something that didn't happen to them. And that's how I see it as.
What do you mean?
I mean, they're not personally hurt. Like, it's not like they have like back pain because of you. They just hate seeing annoying people like you try to get famous off of behavior that in some cases should probably get you put in jail. There are creators that I like who do like public freak out content and try to get a reaction out of people like Tuapri that I love watching. But the joke is that he doesn't actually do anything bad or really offensive. He just stands there with a camera and people just have like mental breakdowns in front of him. It's awesome.
What is your problem?
I'm trying to watch Netflix on the TV.
Get outside and watch it. Can I please have it? Can I help you?
Oh, no, thank you.
No, I can help you. I'd like to know what you're doing.
Oh, no, but it's for what I'm documenting for his father.
You're documenting for what?
Oh, we can't get too much into it. His father.
No. Did you read our policy about people doing this in the library?
Oh, no, we're talking his registered father. He'll give him 55 lashes.
I'm sorry. You're talking fast. Please talk so that I can understand what you're saying.
Sorry, I'm nerve because we're interacting with his father.
And he's in character the entire time. So there's like a bit, there's jokes, you know, it's really, you check out this channel if you haven't seen it. It's really good. All that Mizzy does is like break the law and then get punished for it and then cry about it after the fact. Obviously, people don't like you for a good reason.
People are getting hurt over something that didn't happen to them. Everyone acts like they have this persona like they don't care. Oh, social media is a facade, this, that, and the other. But when me comes out and does the mad thing, everyone has something to say.
It's not a mad thing.
It's the mad thing. It's the mad thing. You already said it was the mad thing.
It's a mad thing. No, it's not mad. It's moronic.
When me comes out and does the mad ting, I haven't heard this this scholarly wording before. Mad ting. I think we're actually dealing with a genius. I think I gotta walk this back. Okay, the mad ting is that Mizzy is a genius on Phonum Grave. So just keep that in mind. Okay, do not disrespect Mizzy. Mad ting. Mizzy is a member of Mensa, and you will respect his authority as a 180 IQ individual.
It's the kind of thing anybody could do, and you do it for kicks, and you do it for clicks, and you get your little moment on TikTok, and presumably your peer group that you referenced earlier, they all think, good on you, Mizzy, this is hilarious. Meanwhile, some poor woman thinks you've stolen her dog and is traumatized. Another woman has her 2 kids and you're bursting into their house uninvited.
All right.
You're jumping on Jewish people.
See, I was
who are already
Jewish people. Hold up, wait a minute, wait a minute, no, stop.
You did.
Cool, it was a Jewish person, cool. But there was a trend going around on TikTok called 300. I've done this to numerous people, black people, white people, age, any types of people. I don't discriminate. So don't stop saying Orthodox Jewish person like I only targeted him and it was only him that I went for.
Why are you targeting anybody in that manner?
What do you mean, why am I targeting anyone? It was a trend. It was a trend. I just done it for a trend.
Honestly, I believe what he said here, that he's an equal opportunity prankster, and I'm not sure why Piers is focusing so much on the fact that the guy he pranked is Jewish. Like, what does that have to do with it?
You go up and you do these things. You take a dog from an elderly woman. You leapfrog over the top of an Orthodox Jewish man.
He's an Orthodox Jewish man. He's an Orthodox Jewish man. You did that to an Orthodox Jewish man. You terrorized an Orthodox Jewish man. An Orthodox Jewish man. A woman. You terrorized a woman. An Orthodox Jewish man. Like, it doesn't matter. It's just a man. I don't know why Piers is focusing on that aspect so much. Maybe it's because of the Israel stuff going on right now or something. But I will say that Mizzy saying he did it for a trend is really hilarious. Like, obviously, just because you do something for a trend doesn't mean that excuses it. Like, if I kill my mom for a trend, actually, that might be excusable. But, like, seriously, like, you just can't, what does that even mean? Just because it's a trend doesn't make it right, if anything. It makes you more of an idiot for jumping on something so stupid. Or such a mad ting. My bad, gotta keep up. I didn't get the mad ting memo, I guess. We're losing, boys.
The ting goes and the boom.
And when Piers asked him some background questions about his life, Mizzy basically calls him racist.
I do my thing.
Tell me about your life. What justifies this? What's happened to you
life?
that makes you think you're justified in doing this?
What do you mean tell me about my life?
Well, you said you know nothing about your life. Tell me about your life.
Because you're trying to get onto me because I'm black. Because I guarantee
because you're black?
Person, yeah, I guarantee if
I don't give a damn about your skin colour.
Really?
No.
Piers.
Why would I care what colour your skin is? Really? I just think you're an idiot.
Oh, thank you. I think you're an idiot too.
That's fine. You're perfectly entitled to.
Needless to say, the interview didn't go over that well. Mizzy was later charged because he broke his criminal behavior order by continuing this insane behavior. He pled not guilty despite all the behavior being on video. But Mizzy is 18 years old, and while his actions are definitely deplorable, they're not unforgivable in my eyes, at least not yet. If he was like 35 years old, I mean, he would probably be too deep down the pipeline. But I mean, he's 18, he's a young guy. You know, he could turn turn his life around. And it seems he actually wants to turn a new leaf. He now claims to be changing his life in an interview he gave to Know Your Meme. Regarding going viral, he said, "Back in the day when I was getting millions of views, I was over the moon. I thought I was just that guy. I thought I was a famous lad and nobody could stop me. It was like a dopamine hit when you go on your phone and see likes, comments, views, people engaging. You feel happy, but it's all just fake happiness. It's all the illusion of social media. It's the biggest facade." It seems he's realizing that being viral is not all it's cracked up to be. While you do have a lot of attention on you, if that attention is negative and you're not building a real fan base for yourself, then you're not going to be able to maintain that growth consistently without getting more and more aggressive with your content. And bottom line, the people who are there aren't there to see you succeed. They're actually there to see you fail. He pretty quickly realized that was the case. Despite this, he was trying to be somewhat careful, only committing low-level offenses that wouldn't keep him locked up for very long and allow him to keep posting content as much as he could. I decided to keep upping the ante of my current videos because I realized that negativity and controversy makes people engage. It is gaining more likes, more comments, more views, and that equals money. I studied the laws in my country, and a lot of the laws in the UK are different than other countries. Trespassing in the UK is a civil offense, so if I were to walk to the back of a business or something, I can't get in trouble if they tell me to leave and leave straight away. If I stay and don't leave when they tell me, that turns into a criminal offense, then you can get in trouble for it. So a lot of my videos involve trespassing, like when I'd walk into the back of shops like Greg's, JD, Nando's, I'd just walk to the back and record. I'd call it exploring the back rooms. I also used to ride my bikes in shops, to bathrooms, stuff like that. It got views. I was gaining like 10 million views a day. I used to post about 6 or 7 times every hour. Seems like he was being somewhat calculated about it, but eventually once he racked up enough crimes, the police put out a notice on TV that they were looking for him and wanted to arrest him. And at that point, he turned himself into the police and he was put in jail. He was in jail for months. And during that time, he spent a lot of it thinking about his actions, thinking about his life, and if he should turn it around or not. And apparently it was really the wake-up call he needed to end this kind of activity. When you're confined behind 4 walls for basically 23 hours a day, it starts to get to you. You get a lot of free time and start to see where you went wrong and how you need to change and make things better for yourself. You don't want to end up back in that place. Nobody is there for you. It's just you and a bunch of other criminals who have done plenty worse crimes than you. In jail, it kind of dawned on him that his future prospects were totally He was 18 years old with no real education, no real direction outside of TikTok, no future prospects whatsoever. People wouldn't want to hire him considering he was basically a, famous delinquent. He would be a risk to their business if he engaged in this activity again. And even if he didn't directly engage in it while working for them, if somebody comes in the shop and sees him, they may not be inclined to even be there because they've seen his TikToks. Nobody wants to become a victim of one of his viral pranks while they're walking into McDonald's. I feel like the decision got more nailed into my head in prison, but before I went to jail, I was already back in college. I decided to go to a college to get my media qualifications and all that. I was doing good there, and then I went to jail and realized there were still places and areas where I could have improved on, so I made it my decision to change up for the better and make better decisions in life. Something we also learned in this interview is that he actually is a father, which makes all of the bad he did so much worse. Not only because instead of doing that, he could have been, spending time with his child, but also because it sets a terrible example for the kid in the future if he sees his father was going viral for this kind of behavior when he was younger. But it seems like he's actually changing his priorities now and wants to be in that kid's life. My child is about 1 year and 6 months old now. My partner conceived when I was 17. I need to do better for my child because at the end of the day, he's my legacy. I've got to do right for him and show him the way so he doesn't end up like me. He may feel like when he's older, oh look, this is my dad, and he may want to act like me. I can't have that. I've got to change my life in a positive way and show him there's better things to life than being an antisocial youth. He says he's completely done with the content that made him known in the first place and wants to set an example that people who do bad things can change for the better and become a good person. On one hand, everything he's done in the past is indefensible, but I mean, in the end, all things considered, it ended up being harmless. So as long as he stops that behavior and genuinely makes an effort to turn his life around, I don't see a good reason why people shouldn't give this 18-year-old a chance to turn his life around and change for the better. Tune in to the next episode of The Tom Dark Show where I put this up my ass.